a really lovely messaging trend that has emerged this holiday season, and it pushes back against the usual social media pressure to buy the newest and latest. So I pulled just a few examples for us. This is Colleen from Sugar Arts and Antique. She wrote, "Before you buy one more new Christmas decoration, remember that nostalgia is built on repetition. The same crooked star on the tree, your grandparents' mismatched ornaments, the chipped plate they leave cookies on for Santa, the stockings you hung on their first Christmas, everything you want your family to remember, you already have." Or this one, "If you're feeling the pressure to buy new decor this season, you can borrow what my mom taught me to say, God, give me eyes for new things." So when you do feel the urge to toss the old, our next guest wants you to remember three things. Emily England is a talented designer who does appreciate beautiful spaces and places and the stories that they tell. But I'm guessing you also appreciate, sister, this movement and this push towards seeing the old things with new eyes.
Totally. I mean, I think that's really what's so sweet about Christmas is it's the traditions. And traditions are really built on repetition. And so when we pull out those cherished decorations, and you know what, sometimes they don't seem so lovely to us, but our kids feel all this nostalgia, there's comfort, there's familiarity, and it's really a sweet thing to just pull out what we've got and, you know, let your kids help you put it up and enjoy this time of year.
And I don't want to take away from that romantic angle of the message, but there's also a practical angle that I can't turn over Christmas realistically from a budget perspective every year. And so this idea of women sinking in and just celebrating what they have, I think is really confident inducing and esteeming in a sort of way. Like, yes, what we have is good enough.
Yeah, tell yourself that that's actually the right thing to do, because if you change your Christmas decor like frequently, you're not building those memories.
From a currency standpoint, you say those legacy decor pieces, they're meaningful, but they're also timeless.
Totally. I think when we're buying Christmas decorations, we want to think about things that will last for a long time. So things that are kind of timeless and have been around forever, they're going to have staying power. And when you bring them out the next year, you're going to be glad that you invested in pieces that are nicer, but are timeless and beautiful.
That will last year to year, decade to decade.
Yes.
And those older pieces, I find, are usually better made.
Yeah, I think there was an emphasis on craftsmanship that we're sort of missing today from mass-produced items. Now, you can still find things that are really well made, but I think you have to seek them out. So, you know, like hand-carved nativities, those are a real investment, but you can keep those for, you know, essentially forever. German nutcrackers, German pyramids, these are things that are still handcrafted. There's a real emphasis on craftsmanship, and they've been around for like hundreds of years.
Yeah.
So it's going to be fine in your house for like 20 to 30.
I can picture, I can't remember what it was called. It's from German heritage. The word is escaping me, but it was a wood crafted, tiered.
Yeah, the pyramids.
Thank you.
They're
My
so
grandma
fabulous.
had one on her counter, and I don't know which cousin got it, but I think of that and I remember that, and I feel something when I conjure up that image in my mind.
Yeah, they're so charming. You probably need to go get one.
I maybe
Let's
need
get
to.
You one.
Yeah, absolutely. There's my investment piece for 2025. Well, and I love that the word, as part of this, you know, movement, this narrative, I love that the word nostalgia is being celebrated.
Yeah.
So often we associate that with like mostly scent or sound, nostalgia, but the fact that something visual can bring back those feelings or bring on those feelings is true too. And I have to think that fosters what we want this time of year, which is family togetherness and those bonds and those connections.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think that's the feeling that we want in our homes. We want it to feel nostalgic, and we do that. Again, it's through repetition. It's through putting up the ornaments year after year and putting out the nativity with our kids. And I don't think our kids actually care if our decorations are trendy. Our grandkids don't care, but that you remember this pyramid that was on your grandmother's, you know, table, and that's the feeling of nostalgia. That's what we want to create. And so using what we've already got and then carefully adding to it, just a lovely investment piece, you know, every year or two, I think goes a long way.
I remember a financial expert and a friend of mine once said something that stuck, and it echoes kind of, I think, the heart and meaning of this current narrative. She said, "I have what I need, and what I have is enough." And I think as we scroll on Instagram, sometimes we forget that, and we want, right, and we consume, but there's something so, it just feels so content to settle in with what you have and celebrate that as part of the season's magic.
Absolutely, and it is magical. That's what we want. We want our homes to feel magical, and again, just using what we've got. Your kids are gonna, you bring out those ornaments and they love them.
Oh, they scramble for them and they remember when. They remember when. Emily, thank you so much. Where can we see more of your beautiful work?
So I'm on Instagram at Emily England Design. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for helping us see it through that beautiful lens of yours. We appreciate it.